Welcome, gamers. It is today's Wednesday once again. I was gonna start my stream on time, but then decided that there were some updates it had to install. For some reason, it took longer than usual. Normally, when I turn on the headset, and it's like, "Hey, we got an update for Virtual Desktop." Usually takes like a minute. This time it took like 3 minutes. Can you believe that? It was like 5:05, and I was just sitting here, waiting for it to go. All right, so we got there we go. Oh, what the frick? Why is my hand doing that? we got the layout mode right there. And then you pick the window. You gotta pick this window right here. This one. It has to be that one. And then you have to go here. You gotta go into the UI and resize the window. It for some reason selected everything. Okay, let's go on this side. Let's go on the left side. Try to drag. Did you see this? Try to drag this. Try to drag. Okay, there you go. All right. Then you do this, and then this music. It's a bit weird. It's about over. Let's just skip to the next track. Okay, there we go. All right. Welcome. It is once again is Wednesday. Let me scroll up. Welcome Stream Moments, welcome Tag Barrel, Deffins, Crespian C, Blood Emblem, Cookie and Cream, Fotato, Shima Panic, Choco Jacks, Cass, Wolfers, Brooke, Zoli, Old Man Diabetes, recovering from a fever. Hope you're doing better though. Hope you recover. Yes, I'm back. The title of this stream is I walked a lot yesterday because it was nice outside. So in case you were wondering, you're like, oh, I wonder if Wolfie walked yesterday because it was nice outside. Yes, I did in fact walk yesterday because it was nice outside. I walked quite a bit actually. It was quite far. It's very windy in the morning. Always got to start off these streams talking about the weather. You're like, oh, I wonder what the weather was like. I wonder what Wolfie's commute was like on Tuesday. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay? I went to the office. When I was walking outside, I was wearing like short sleeves because it's summer, right? But as soon as I stepped out, it was really windy, and I'm like, this is so windy. I can't believe it's still summer. And yet this weather feels like it could be fall, could be autumn even. And then I went to the office, I walked a little bit farther. I got off at an earlier train station and I walked. One thing I noticed is that the sun is in a different position. Have you ever noticed this? You ever walk around, notice how the sun has shadows, it casts a shadow on things? And I've talked about this before, but there's like this one intersection on the walk to work that sometimes I I walk around and I notice the sun is shining directly on you if you're standing waiting to cross the street. Today, I guess yesterday, when I walked to that intersection, it was entirely in shadow. And I'm like, what the heck? The sun has moved. It's like the same time that I normally am here. And yet the shadow is in a different position. What's the deal? Does anyone know? Let me demonstrate this. Okay, so let's say, for example, that you are standing here, right? This is a street corner. You crossing the street here. This is the crosswalk. This is the other street. Now I'm like waiting here, right? Now, I remember like a few months ago when I was walking in this intersection. It was like around like 9:30 something a.m. this part of the intersection would have sunlight because, you know, you got a building here, the sun would be here, and then like this whole thing is like, you know, you got the sun. So I would be standing here instead because I did not want to be in the sun. But then what I noticed yesterday was that actually this entire area was in shadow. The sun was actually shining on this area. So I could totally stand right here with no fear of having the sun overlap with where I'm standing. Which is weird, right? It's only been a few months. You think the sun would change that much in positioning? I don't know. But that happened, and then I went to the office, and it was nice. And then on the way home from work, it was very nice outside. So I walked. I walked very far. I walked for maybe like 40 minutes. Typically, I just walk to the train station, like right in front of the office. It's not right in front, but it's only like a 2-minute walk. But I walked, instead of going to that one, I went to a train station that was a 40-minute walk, maybe like a 35-minute walk. At first, I was like, okay, let's go to this train station that's like 15 minutes away. And then I got there, and I was like, you know what? Let's walk to the next train station. And then I walked to the next one, which is like 10 minutes farther than that. And then I was there, and I'm like, I feel like walking even more. So then I walked another like 15 minutes or whatever. And got to the train station. It was very nice. It's a great walk. On the way there, I saw someone that had a bag that had a bunch of gacha characters on it. I didn't walk close enough to see like what game or anime it was, but I saw many characters. They've got keychains, they had pins, and I'm like, this person knows gacha games. Did I talk to them? No, because I don't do that. I don't talk to people. But then I went on the train, and then since I don't normally go in that train station, like, as soon as I got down there, I saw that a train was there, and I'm like, oh, that's the train that I need to take, so I took that train. But it turns out that the train was going the opposite direction. You know, this is the issue with going to a train station that you're unfamiliar with. So you get down there, you don't know. It could be going uptown, it could be going downtown. I'm not familiar with, like, the positioning of the platforms. So, you know, I saw a train, I was like, oh, I gotta catch that train. That's my train right there. And then I took the train back. So the train ended up going back to all the stations that I skipped, that I walked past, and I'm like, alright, well that sucks. But then I went to take the other train, you know, the one going downtown or whatever, the opposite direction. And then as soon as I got there, the train was there. And I'm like, I don't have time to verify that this is the right train, so I'm just gonna run down there. It was the right train. I got into the train, and then I took the train home, and it was good. And then it was nice. Good time out there. It's a great time. Enjoyed walking around quite a bit. I was like, man, this is nice. I miss walking around outside, because it was like, it's been so hot recently. But now it's finally starting to get cooler. Now, before you know it, it's going to be September, and then we'll be like, well, man, autumn is here? Can you believe summer was so short? See, do the awkward I like your charm shuffle. Well, like, I couldn't tell what character it was. I wasn't, like, looking close enough. It's probably, like, ZZZ or something, I don't know. Probably some kind of Hoyoverse thing. I don't know the characters. Yeah, that was yesterday. It was nice. Very, very good day. I would recommend, if you are, if it's nice in your area, you could go for a walk. You could be out there walking around, be experiencing the outdoors. You could be touching grass. I did not touch grass because I don't think there was grass in the places I walked to. But hypothetically, if there was grass, I probably wouldn't have touched it. But like, That would have been near grass. I don't know. But yeah, that was cool. I did enjoy it thoroughly. And then I got home and watched some streams. Hamflo was not streaming because he was sick or something. So I tuned into ChocoJax's Final Fantasy XIV stream. That was fun. That was good times. And then I played a bunch of Bloons Tower Defense. Can you believe Bloons Tower Defense? I've been playing that off stream like a few days. It's a fun game. You get these monkeys, they're like shooting balloon darts. And it's a good time. Did I welcome Slime Molder? I did not welcome Slime Molder. Yeah, Bloons Tower Defense. Now I've mostly been doing like the beginner levels. And I'm like, you know, these are so easy. How is this game so easy? And then I went to an intermediate level and I'm like, oh, I see. I was given a false sense of confidence by just playing the easy levels. But yesterday I played intermediate. I lost the first time. And then I played it again and I won. Why do monkeys hate balloons? This has never been explained. I've asked about this when I played it. And I don't know. It caused destruction, maybe. I don't know. Any sightings of rats? I have not seen any rats outside. I've also not seen any dogs outside. Actually, is that true? I don't know. I probably have seen a dog recently. But not a rat, though. I don't think I've seen a rat. Have you all seen a rat? Have you all been going outside? Is it nice where you are right now? Is it like no longer unpleasantly hot? I feel like these past years, it hasn't been like that hot in summer. I feel like this year so far, there's only been like 1 week where it was really hot and I needed to install my air conditioner. But after that week, like, it's been not so bad. It's actually, it's like pretty cool today as well. I'm actually wearing long sleeves and long pants today. Or usually, you know, I'm wearing like short sleeves and shorts. But today, no, it's like, it's pretty cool. They float its weird balloons. Yeah, how are they doing that? How are the balloons not floating like into the sky? I don't know. I've not been going outside. Turns out it is really bad for my mental health. Well, maybe you should go outside then. You considered going out? You can go outside without melting currently. It's super nice. Yeah, you should go. You can go to the park. You can go just sit outside. You can walk around. And yeah, Balloon Fest, that was a thing. But that was not in the world of monkeys, though. It's not in the balloons world. I saw a squirrel today, had a big clump of grass twisted up in his mouth. Oh, the squirrels. Do squirrels eat grass naturally? Was that squirrel just foraging around? Looking for acorns and stuff like that? I don't know. Why does it feel like I'm nasally today? Is it because I have like the door closed? This is like the first fishing stream in a while that I've closed the door. Because like, it's not that hot anymore. I saw a rat drown. Oh, down. I misread that. I saw a rat down my street in daytime. Super hot. It might have been not all there. I 180'd with my dog quickly home in case of rabies or something. Do rats have rabies? I guess they could. I feel like I don't normally hear about rats biting people. When I think of rabies, it's usually like raccoons. Yeah, I misread that. It's a critical thing to misread. A very, very big difference between drown and down. Never seen a rat drown. I hope I never see a rat drown. Anyway, yesterday was good. At work, a lot of time just at lunch chatting with coworkers. They were talking about many things. I'm talking about pets. They're like, if you could have a pet, would you take care of a pet? Would you have a dog or cat? I wanted to say like, oh yeah, maybe you should look into taking care of a rat. I love rats. but did not come up. They were all talking about dogs and cats. You know, when the conversation moves faster than you can speak, they're already on to the next topic, and I can't just be like, oh, remember that topic from 2 topics ago we were talking about animals? I was gonna say you should get a rat. No, it was too much. They talked too much. Got 2 cats at home. That's good. All mammals have rabies. Rats usually don't get bitten by a rabid animal and survive to get sick from it. All mammals can have rabies. Rats don't get bitten by a rabid animal. Would rats die? I guess rats are like... If a rat gets bitten by something that has rabies, it probably would just die, right? It's like rats are pretty small. A pet rat is fine, isn't it? I don't want to own a pet though. The fact that I have to live them but can't what? The fact that I have to live them but can't communicate with them fully would make me crazy. But you don't need to communicate. You could just pet them. You just feed them. Just give them food. I mean, you could try to talk to them. Welcome, Hamflu. Live with them. Yeah, you could be out there. Supposedly, opossums don't carry... Okay, that makes more sense. Rabies, that makes much more sense. I would have thought that they would have had rabies. Because, you know, when you think of rabies, you tend to think of, like... I guess, like, raccoons, right? It's like the de facto animal that you think of with the rabies. Maybe, like, stray dogs and cats. Raccoons are out there. What do I do when my cat stares at me while I watch live streams? You just, I don't know, you just deal with it. What do you mean? just pet the cat. Possums have slightly lower body temperatures, enough to make them less susceptible. I see. But like significantly so. Just out there. Yeah, just stare at your cat. Just bring your cat everywhere. Just be one of those people that brings your cat outside on a leash. I don't know. Misread and mistyped. What do you consider it +1 to stream viewer count? Well, did you know that human body temperatures have been getting lower over time? I think I have. I did remember seeing like a YouTube short about that. And, like, no one really knows why. It just happens due to natural changes in the world. We're getting more chill. Is it because we're adapting to like climate change? It's because the world is getting like really hot and we're like, oh man, we gotta like, you know, we gotta compensate for this somehow. Who knows? Misread as them streaming instead of watching a stream. I see. It's very different. Global. It's not global warming though. It's not called global warming anymore. It's just called climate change. Have you noticed that? Scientists don't say global warming. Because, like, you know, the globe is warming, but also some places are cooling. So it's not exactly just warming. Become more lizard-like. Any lizards out here? Does anyone have a pet lizard? What's that like? What's the deal with lizards? What about dragons? Dragons or lizards? Maybe more external ways to maintain body temperature like clothing and housing mean our bodies can save energy by not running as hot. Maybe. Maybe it's possible. Maybe we are influenced by our society, by the weather outside, and the temperature. Okay, this is the first fish. Also, I recharged my batteries last week. Remember last week when my batteries ran out? Well, now they're recharged. Dragon D's got him. I think a bearded dragon would be cool pet. Yeah, anyway, the way I answered that question was that, you know, my coworkers, they were like, would you ever have a pet? And I said no. Is there a lot of effort to take care of? I don't have time for that. I would like, you know, I do like seeing other people's pets though. Like when I go to a friend's house and they have a cat, I like that. Like if I were to like take care of a cat myself, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. But to go somewhere where someone else is taking care of the cat, that sounds great. That sounds good, actually. The fact that my family named the cat we have Polonese after initially settling on Polosatic, Stripey, and Russian, I don't think it will have a very normal name. I don't know. It could be, you know, different languages. I don't know. I don't know pet names in different languages. Welcome, Delicious Smile. Do I visit friends often? Nope. Not at all. But I've done it before. Do you catch the batteries after they ran out? Yes. I did in fact catch them, and I recharged them. And they have been placed back into the controller. And that's good. I would, but I feel like my apartment isn't that suitable. Yeah, I feel like my apartment is, not my apartment, my house is very dusty. I don't know if this is like a good environment to take care of a cat. Cause like, you know, like to take care of a pet, you gotta like make things pet safe, otherwise they're just like, I don't know, like running into, they're like scratching the furniture. They're like, you know, I don't know, and they're just doing things, you know, you gotta take care of them. Yuki is a cat name. It is, in fact, a name for a cat. I like how Felix feels like a normal name. People will certainly mishear it and not think you're a nerd. Felix is just, it's a classic cat from the cartoons. Remember that one? Remember Felix the cat? I remember. One of my dad's cats is named Houdini. The other one is called Feather, who is ironically the biggest cat. How do people decide on their cat names? I like when you have like cats that are like named in a pair or a trio. It's like a cat named Pepto and a cat named Bismol. Like a cat, you know, cats named after food, and you got like, you know, bacon, you got egg, you got cheese. Wouldn't that be cool if you had 3 cats? Bacon, egg, and cheese. I don't know. There's many options. You never know what those wacky animals might do. Yeah, you never even know. Also, whatever the recent update that was applied, I feel like it made VR worse. The image is very like laggy for me. It probably shows up fine on stream, but like every once in a while, it'll like stay on a single frame. Like right now, it's like it's not updating very efficiently. I feel like this is the kind of thing that would give someone motion sickness. Pepto's a cute cat name? I think so. Consume the cat? No. Even better, the Felix cat food brand is known as what the? That's just what cats are called. Isn't it weird that words have different meanings? What's the deal with the words? You have different connotations. A lot of words like that. Like the word goon, remember when that used to mean like you're like a henchman or something? And now you can't say that without other connotations. You can't say the word edge without other connotations, you know, like in Elden Ring. A lot of messages on the floor just say edge, and you're like, oh, that's because, like, you know, like a sword has an edge. But now it's like it's got another meaning. Other people are like, oh yeah, this is a goon right there. Can't even say it. You can't even, it's got people out there laughing at you. These are my cats 1, 2, and 4. So true. Reminds me of Mario Kart 8 on Wii U. It's 59 FPS, the single frame skipping every second. What? Don't some like videos have like 29.995 frames per second or something? Or like, what is it, 23 point something? Something like that. Goon has been ruined. Used to mean something awful, user? Yes. Do you get the etymology guy on your YouTube shorts? A very energetic guy in glasses? Etymology guy? When I think of energetic guys with glasses that I get in my YouTube recommended, I think of Sword Guy. Do you get recommended that guy? It's a guy who does like real life like sword fighting or whatever. He's kind of dressed like Clark Kent from Superman, but he talks about sword fighting. He's like, oh yeah, does this stance in Elden Ring make sense? Does the way that they hold swords in Dark Souls 2 make sense historically? It's like, oh, but why would you not defend in this pose? Why is this guard counter or whatever? Yeah, the sword guy. Why do like people get recommended the same things? Is it because you played Elden Ring? And he did a video on Elden Ring? Like a bunch of different videos on Elden Ring? What's up with that? Microsoft Edge, so true. My cat's Fort and Knight. You'd think that'd be nice. Here's my cat Joel. Joel is just spinning. Here's my cat Glorp. There's probably a lot of cats named Glorp. You know Glorp, the green cat? Green alien cat? That's a cat. That's a real cat out there. But then we fall into similar watch behavior. What's like a weird YouTube recommendation you've gotten recently? Or like not weird, but just like generally. I think you were like, oh, I didn't think about clicking on this, and then you click it and you're like, this is good content. What's in my recommended? What have I been recommended? I talked about the one with the cat, the guy who puts the cat on his shoulder and he walks outside and people go, oh, that's a cat, that's a cool cat. A lot of lawn mowing videos. VTuber stuff, obviously. Oh, let me check. Let me check my video recommendeds. MRE eating videos, I have not seen any of those. YouTube wiped your watch history? Or are you just logged into a different account? That happened to me recently. I thought, like, I go to my subscribe page and it just keeps showing me like normie pages, you know, like the typical channels that people subscribe to, like, oh yeah, here's science facts, here's celebrities, here's some famous YouTube stars. And I was like, what's going on? Is this broken? And then I found out it for some reason switched me to a different account that was not subscribed to anyone. And I just had to switch it back. Haven't seen any MRE shorts. I've also not seen those. Okay, what are my YouTube recommendations right now? If I look, I get YouTube shorts. There's one of a guy who does painting. Oh, I've been getting a lot of like crochet videos. A lot of people just going like, oh, do you ever want to make a crochet cat? Well, here you go. I watch one of those and then that's all it shows me now. I hate how sometimes the algorithm gets so like focused on one specific thing. So you watch one video and suddenly your entire algorithm is like, oh, you watch this one video? Here's like 90% of your recommendations are about crochet videos. I'm like, you know, I watched another one and I'm like, that's cool. I don't think I would watch again. You could pretty easily make it work as a short, but I like the cozy vibe of the longer videos. MREs. Have you ever had an MRE? I had like an MRE pizza once. And like, it's like, it doesn't look like a lot of food, but then you eat it and it's like, wow, this is really, really a lot of food. It's very calorically dense, even though it's so small. Etymology guy. Oh, my bitrate, am I dropping frames? It's showing, I'm dropping, holy frick, I'm dropping a lot of frames. Is this stream even watchable? Why is it so red? I dropped 6.4% of my total frames so far. Imagine the stream delay. No. Emery Steve. I want to try one, but they're actually quite expensive. I can't justify paying $15 a serving. Oh, I don't actually know how much they cost. I just had one for some reason. I think I had 2 of them. It's like if you click on one Reddit thread, you get recommended stuff from the subreddit. I don't use Reddit, so I don't know. I feel like I haven't used Reddit like much at all. Like in the past like year. Like ever since they did that whole thing where they restricted third-party API access and then that killed like a bunch of third-party apps. I have not used Reddit like really that much. I don't know. There's a whole weird history behind the MRE pizza and the difficulties with developing it. Yes, I did see the one time where they said it's a miracle that this pizza even exists. And I don't remember why it was a miracle. But yeah, MREs, I guess they're cool. I guess it is kind of cool to see how they can fit so many calories into a small meal that you can eat easily. But I don't understand how there's so much hype around them. Maybe I'm just not the target audience, but like, MREs just get really like popular. When someone does like a stream where they eat MREs, people will go like, oh, I love it. Oh, have you seen the MREC's video about the pizza? I love that one. You gotta try that one. People are very enthusiastic about MREs. But imagine pizza's hard to make taste good in MRE form. Probably want stuff with a homogeneous texture like stew or pasta. I don't think it tasted very good. Like my experience with MREs, that one MRE pizza that I had, it was just like, it was alright. Obviously they're not meant to taste like great, they're just meant to be like something you eat to get calories or whatever, and nutrients. Like I tried it, I'm like, I don't understand. What's the appeal of this? Adult Lunchables? No, it's for war. It's for soldiers and stuff like that. Mainly access from search engines, that is true. You search on Google and like the results aren't good, and then you add Reddit to the end to get good results. That's what happens. Anyway, what's the best MRE? Does anyone here eat MREs like enough to have a tier list? Soup. MRE soup. MRE. What's the most common MRE? Sandwiches? Do they have sandwiches? I don't even know. Shrimply. I shrimply don't even know what they do out there. I don't know why my stream keeps like cutting out. Like it's fine now, but I've dropped 9,000 frames. Remember, the omelet is one of the least liked. Yeah, I feel like it must be hard to make like a good egg texture that lasts a long time. They call it the vomlet because you vomit. You know, there was someone, I remember, I think I was in like high school or maybe it was college. There was someone that did not know that vomit was one word. They thought it was like vom is one word and then it is the next word. And they're like, what? Why do they always say vom? What? I can't find the definition of vom. Yet people always say that they're gonna vomit. What does that even mean? And then they found out that it is in fact one word. I've heard good things about the chicken burrito bowl ones. What the? Speaking of things I saw on Reddit, there's apparently a thing called slime mold. Somehow didn't think about a possible connection to slime molder. Don't you remember when I found that out on a fishing stream? I was over there. It was nighttime. I remember very specifically. The boat was over there. It's facing that way. I was looking up some video. I forget what it was. And I was like, slime mold? What the? Slime mold? That's where your name comes from? Slime molder even was there. And he was like, yeah, that's what it's from. Remember this? I remember. I have great memory. Yeah, you might not have been there. But maybe you were. I'm just gonna vom it. Remember Voms? The corporation that Pikami was in before she graduated? Voms? What an unfortunate name. Slime old. Slime older. How is that slime so old? Anyway. Good times out here. So if someone was to Vorit, the thing being Vored is called the Vorit? I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask someone else about that. I'm not an expert in this. I'm not qualified to answer this question. But surely someone else out there is better at answering this. Anyway, MREs. What about I don't know. MREs. What about the United Arab Emirates? That's pretty close to MREs. Except Emirates. That's Ritz crackers? Ritz? Ritz? I don't know. Anyway, did you all know that this week is Anime NYC, the convention, which I'm not going to. It's also the Hololive concert in New York, which I'm not going to. Anyone going to that? Probably not. But if you were, that would be cool. MRDs. And by anyone, I mean people in chat. Obviously people are going to it. With the LQDs and the National Science Foundation? So true. What about them? Do people even care about science anymore? Any scientists out there? Okay, remember last time when I found out you can launch the fish? We will do that again. And this time the battery won't run out. So we can definitely launch many fish. Welcome, Robert Brown. What a coincidence, I'm also not going to Anime NYC and that Hololive concert. What if you were, though? What if you're just saying that so that people can't dox you? So people can be like, oh man, I'm here, but like obviously Robert Brown is not here because he mentioned in chat that he wasn't going to be here, but then you are actually there. If you are actually showing up just to trick people. And they're like, oh man, he's not even there. And yet, I thought he was going to be. Yeah, but like, what if I'm there? What if I just said I'm not gonna be there, and then like, I'm actually going? Wouldn't that be so funny? No, it would not be funny. What if you saw a dude in a brown shirt with Robert on it? Do you think that's gonna happen? I think there's really gonna be someone with a Robert shirt. Wait, but like isn't Roberto a guy from Holostars? That's like related, right? Tangentially, sort of. Roberto. Winning Sun, people call him Winning Sun. Would probably draw unneeded attention if I were going and wanted to distract. I don't know about that. Maybe. Anyway, I'm sure many people will enjoy the concert. Many people will be going to New York. And they'll be like, oh man, I'm in New York. What are some food recommendations? You gotta know good restaurants. If you were going, you gotta go to Dorado. It's a good place for quesadillas. So it's Roberta. It's not Roberta. Sorry, I forgot his name. It's been a long time since I've heard anything about Holostars. Right, his name is not Roberto. It's Roberto. That's a totally different name. But you can see how I got confused. It is somewhat similar. This is where you go. I can't believe Wolfie did not remember the name. The famed Holostars member. Cancel him. Cancel this man. How does he not know this name? The legendary bartender is out there. Anyway, what else is happening? Did you see they raised the Twitch subscription prices in the app? And everyone's complaining, but I'm like, is it really such a big deal? Who's out there really subscribing in the app? Suspiciously specific denial could also leave open whether I'm in New York City that weekend or not. It's true. We just have to hypothesize. Anyway, many people, they're like, I can't believe Twitch would raise the price. And I'm like, are you really buying subscriptions in the app? I don't think it's a big deal. Because you should be buying on web. If you were buying in the app, 30% of your payment just goes to Apple or Google anyway, and the streamer's not seeing any of that money. And you know the messed up part is that I know this because I've worked in companies that have apps on the App Store and stuff like that, and Spotify does this as well. But Apple does not let you say that the price is higher because it's on an Apple, because it's on the App Store. I feel like if Twitch was allowed to say we're increasing prices because, you know, specifically on the App Store and Android because it's expensive there and we have to like cover the 30% fee, people would be like, all right, I see it. But you notice in that announcement, they did not say that it's cheaper on desktop because they're not allowed to. You are not allowed to say that you can buy it cheaper elsewhere. This is why Spotify does not allow you to buy a subscription on Apple. Yeah, you're not allowed to say it. It's like legally, not legally, but it's like against the rules. So they can't. See, let's take a look at their announcement, okay? Because I feel like a lot of people would have been less upset if they were allowed to just be like, hey, prices are more, but like, have you considered buying on web? The web prices are staying the same. It's an Android thing. It's iOS. I think it's Apple. I think Android might have it as well, but I don't think it's like as strict. Let's see, Twitch. What's it called? Twitch subscription price increase. I gotta find their official announcement. Not this one. On the Twitch blog. Twitch blog. September is upon us. Okay, where's their where's their announcement about increased prices? Dude, is it not on here? September. Set there. App stores are too uppity. I wish antitrust would take a hard look. True. Power users know this. Yeah, they're not allowed to say it. It's always been higher in the app. Casual users is most of the money, in many cases. Twitch is far from the first month. Yeah, I don't think it's a big deal. Everyone's like, oh, I can't believe Twitch would do this. Literally every other company does this. Welcome, Namington. I want to see their official announcement, though. Like, I don't want to, like, why is it that it always just shows, like, third-party websites reporting on it? Where's the official, like... Did they only announce this on Twitter? No, right? No, they sent an email. Do they not have like a blog post about it? What the heck is their official post? It's just on Twitter? Oh, this one's from 78 days ago. Twitch users devastated as streaming platform raises sub prices yet again. I guess it is just on the... They only announce this on Twitter? There's no way, right? They sent an email. They don't have a blog post, okay. Well, in the email, they did not say anything about the fact that it's cheaper on the web, because you're not allowed to. Which is stupid. It's like if you have anything on the App Store, they're like, yeah, you can't tell people. You're not allowed. Anyway, that's why you can't buy what am I gonna say? A Spotify subscription on iOS, because Spotify got so fed up with the 30% fee that rather than just taking the hit, they're just like, we're not gonna offer subscriptions on iOS anymore. And if you want to buy a Spotify thing, you gotta go through web or Android. You could do the Play Store. But yeah, Twitch has been making a lot of unpopular decisions recently, huh? There's like this thing, and then there's the whole like they introduced like the knock functionality. Wait, left controller battery low? I literally recharged the battery last week. What do you mean battery low? I'm gonna have to recharge it again? What? Twitch is in the red. Anyway, yeah, they added the knock functionality on Monday. For those of you unfamiliar, it allows people to, I guess, like if you have someone who's streaming and they have it so that you can knock, then it'll let them know that you're available for a collab or something. And many people were upset, understandably so, because there's no way to opt out of it. You could only opt out by like setting it to be favorites only and then having no favorites. I feel like Twitch loves doing this thing. They love adding functionality and not give someone the ability to opt out of it. Like they still haven't opted out of they still haven't even added an option to like opt out of this stuff. Remember when they added message effects and Gigantify emotes and all that? And everyone was like, I hate this. Let us like have a way to opt out. And they're like, no, sorry, you can't opt out. You can only set it to be limited to like once every hour or something. You could set it to like $100 so people are less incentivized, but people can still do it. Because people would, exactly, but like they should be allowed to. Welcome Scarlet Rook as well. Prepare for Germa. Germa doesn't even follow me. Just don't call anyone with it without knowing. Anyway, there's a lot of fear-mongering on Twitter, though. A lot of people were saying stuff like, oh, hey, by the way, if you ever use the knock functionality, it'll show your webcam without prompting you. And then people are like, actually, no, it doesn't do that. It actually asks for permission from your browser and also on Twitch. And then the guy was like, oh, but actually, yeah, no, actually, it's only if you're knocking. I don't know, there's a lot of fear-mongering. Yeah, frickin' Merryweather, what is that guy doing? He didn't even correct it. He didn't even say, actually, sorry, I was mistaken. Great, thanks. We got other people that are like, oh, have we checked to make sure it doesn't do, like, peer-to-peer and, like, expose your IP or whatever? I'm like, where's this coming from? You're just, like, making stuff up. You can't expose someone. I don't know. Anyway. A lot of things going on. It's peer-to-peer. Is it, though? Are you sure it's peer-to-peer? Are you sure it doesn't go through a... Yeah, the middle... That's what I'm saying, though. That's not peer-to-peer, though. Peer-to-peer implies a direct connection. Obviously, there's a NAT in the way. There's, like... If you're familiar with, conferencing technology or whatever, probably uses a stun server or whatever it's called, I forget. It's probably not. Yeah, stun and turn. It's like it's not, I don't know. It's not the same. That's why you wait a few days for the dust to settle. So true. Anyway, Twitch is out there. The mobile update. They're still refusing to undo the mobile update. Welcome, Tremor. At least the Twitch app shows people you follow that are live first instead of randos. It's not true though, because I literally, like, okay, like since they released a new app update, every time I think like of opening the app, I remember what it's like now and I don't open it, which is kind of messed up. Because like sometimes I would just go on the Twitch app to see who I'm following is alive. Like I don't actually watch streams on the Twitch app usually. I just open the app to see who's live so that if someone was live that I wanted to watch, I'll check them out on desktop. But I don't do that anymore. I just don't open the app anymore. Welcome, Manu. Which is stupid because I would definitely be using the app a lot more. But they still haven't I don't mind that they have that there as an option. I don't even mind that it's the default. I just wish they had the option to like see the old view. Anyway, it does definitely show you people that you don't follow by default. As like, so like I opened the app I think today or yesterday, and I just saw someone that I didn't know. I'm like, alright. And like maybe that's fine. Some people like that, but like I would like the option. They had a patch notes session today, said they will fix the app. How? When will they do? Just give people the option. I don't mind, you know, the weird vertical functionality, even though all the videos are not vertical. I don't mind, you know, the TikTok stuff. Just give me the option to like not do that. It's probably good for discovery, you know. Let's see. I saw Raider call in when raiding, and the streamer got a separate tab to accept the audio call. That was neat. I think it's a good idea. I just think they should not have opted people in by default, and I think that they should give you an option to opt out entirely. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Do a quick scroll, see. Yeah, and you don't get to see the title of the streams. My complaint is that although you can still see who you're following and what they stream or what they're streaming, you don't get context. You don't get to see like a thumbnail of what they're streaming. You don't get to see the title of their stream. You don't get to see the tags they're streaming with. It's messed up. You gotta have at least a title. Thumbnail is also useful. I don't know. I've been getting only people I followed the past couple of... Also, I should hydrate. Hold on. Before I continue reading comments, it is 6:01 p.m. Gotta go drink some water. Alright, I've hydrated. Welcome Hongtown Deluxe. Alright, let's see. Also, what I don't like... hold on, we're talking about things we don't like about the app. One thing that I don't like about the app is that whenever I open it, it stops audio that's playing. Like, if I'm listening to music and I open the Twitch app in the way that it is right now, it stops my music, even though the video doesn't autoplay. And that's why I don't want to open the app, because I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna open the app, whatever I'm listening to is gonna get paused, and I'm gonna have to like manually unpause it after I open the app. They should at least fix that. The video is not even playing. Why mute my audio? It's messed up. Anyway, it's another issue that I have with the app. They made certain things worse. So true. Yeah, they have stories now. They added stories to desktop, which I guess is a sensible decision. That's a setting? What do you mean? I have autoplay off, but like, what do you mean? It's a setting? What do you mean by that? Do you mean that it doesn't pause your audio? The audio turn off? That's a setting? I don't know, but then changing that setting would require me to open the app, which I don't want to do anymore. It's a catch-22. Is that to turn off? But then, like, if I turn off if I don't have the audio turn off, I'm not even gonna, I'm not even gonna use the app. I'm not even planning on using the app anymore, so I don't know. Anyway, I got stories. Do people use stories? I feel like I see people post them and I'm not interested in clicking them. And I think the reason is because they don't show you a preview of this story. Click them on occasion. I don't. I don't know what it is. I'm just not interested. Gave it up in protest. It's not even in protest. I just don't like it. I never click them. I have one person I follow who regularly uses it. Who is it? I know Essie uses it sometimes. Sometimes I click on those. But like the other, I don't know. It's nothing really. Nothing really going on with those stories. Just don't go to Twitch for that kind of content. It's true. Has Twitch made any like good decision recently? Has there ever been a thing recently where people are like, oh, I love that Twitch has this functionality now? OneLeaf623, I am not aware of this person. Wait, someone else said something about Leaf, right? Hi streamer, I saw a bunch of people who talk like you, you're a Leaf, right? Is that Leaf? Is that the Leaf you're talking about? Leaflet? One Leaf? Stories are a good decision. Moderation seems to be improving slowly but surely. Automod as well. Yeah, maybe. Partner Plus, that was a good decision. Oh yeah, the emote slots. I feel like the emote slots that they added, that was the last thing that I really liked that they added. It's an accent. Leaf. Welcome. Did I welcome Props Not Jack? Anyone who's an actual DJ likes the DJ changes. Wasn't there a thing recently that's like you're not allowed to do karaoke streams anymore? And then people were like, actually, you were never allowed to do karaoke streams. So I don't know if that was actually an issue. You were technically never allowed to do karaoke streams. It's just that people did them and didn't get punished for them. And it's probably going to be the same. Depending on what music. Really? Well, I mean, like, if you ever did karaoke streams, you were always at risk of, like, the copyright owners just copyright striking you. Like, that's always been a thing. Nothing has changed. Oh yeah, Gritty Goose. Oh yeah, the new Hype Train emotes. That was a good decision. Gritty Goose, one of the best decisions they've done in a while. They added animated emote slots because everyone was using better Twitch TV. Yeah, but like that was so long ago. Actually, that wasn't even that. Do you think? Remember when they added animated emote slots? Wasn't it like less than 3 years ago? It's like, it's the kind of thing where you think it's been around forever, but like it really hasn't. It was really added not that long ago. You could get DMCA strikes even live. So true. They should take karaoke streams that get copyright, send a notice to the streamer to sing better. No, you should be singing worse so that the algorithm doesn't know that you're singing the song. I guess you would still have the background music. I don't know. just how it is. Twitch is a constant up and down. There was overall more up until they touched the app. What were they thinking? What are they doing out there? What are they gonna add next? I feel like they're adding a lot of new features, right? And by features, I just mean changes. A lot of changes that they've introduced were like in the past month. The DJ stuff, the Twitch app rewrite or whatever. The what is it? I don't know. What else are they changing? Didn't they add like a new Yep. Oh, my left controller's off. Frick, my left controller's dead already? What the heck, man? It's back? No? I literally charged I charged the battery last week. Is this battery dead? I can't believe this. I can't believe that this would happen to me. Okay, it's working now. They added super chats. The last line of a message in chat can get cut off. It's drawn underneath the to message box. What? Yeah, the left hand left. Anyway, what I was going to say was today they added a new message highlight thing that no one uses. What's the deal with that? There's a new hype train interface. No clue if that's just UI or if they changed the mechanics. Yeah, I saw Zoli posted that yesterday. I don't understand really what improved from that. Because the issue with the hype train stuff is that it doesn't show you what emote you're gonna get for the current tier. It just shows you what you would get if you got to the next tier, which is not what I want to know. I want to know what I'm gonna get for this tier. Anyway, that's what I was gonna show this. I was gonna show this thing's new. No. This is new. But like, I don't know anyone who uses this. Who is using this functionality? No one. It does cost bits, yes. I saw this earlier. I don't know. It doesn't seem very appealing. It asked me to spend money and I said no. It's true. It's free for me though. It cost me nothing. It's pretty, yeah, but like it's so unnecessary. Keep adding stuff like this. I don't know. They should add more modifications to emotes. You know, the ones where you could choose an emote to modify? They should add more of those. Now you might be like, what modifications would you add? I don't know, but they should. Maybe they should add some new ones. They should add many things. Wish they brought back the Santa hat mod. They're probably gonna do it on Christmas. Sunglasses never line up. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. What's something they should add? You're like, Twitch, they should add this functionality. I've been looking forward to this functionality for years. And they haven't done it. What would it be? Isn't that the bit highlight? What, the thing that I posted? Yes. Quest 2 still, I remember a while back people saying rechargeable batteries might make controllers wonky. Refresh rate wise and use alkaline instead. Maybe it's true. I don't know. They could add friends back to Twitch. I don't think that was ever useful. Like, I feel like it's kind of weird to know what someone is watching. For people that don't remember, Twitch used to have a friend system where you could add someone and then you could see like what chat they're in, what they're watching, who they're watching, what stream, what the category is for messages. I mean, you could still message people. I feel like the main functionality was seeing what people were watching. I always felt embarrassed by that. I did discover streamers through my stalker habits though. What? I wish you could set the sidebar to show follow channels but low to high instead of high to low. Yeah, but you could just set it that way and then scroll down. But yeah, I understand. I used to sort by high to low, but now I just sort by recommended. I think it's fine. They do tend to put the channels I like to watch near the top a lot of the time. So it's good for me. Yeah, I think recommended is good. They should add the functionality to see the entire stream title if it's too long on mobile. That's true. I think there's like a lot of minor improvements like that they could add, which would improve usability a lot. You could disable showing you what you were watching. Yeah, but then like what's the point of the friend system? I feel like they would just say go use Discord, but Discord is getting bad. It's true. I don't know, I never really got too into Discord. Imagine all your friends watching hot tub streams. Imagine. Why can't we modify or unlock follower emotes for use elsewhere? Yeah, that's also weird. One thing that bothers me about like the follower emote stuff, besides not being able to like modify or unlock them in other chats, is that if you have I guess this only matters to people that don't have Discord Nitro or whatever, but like you can't use follower emotes. Like, you know how like if you link your Twitch to your Discord and you're subscribed to someone on Twitch, you can use their emotes on Discord on other channels, or sorry, like on other Discord servers. I think that doesn't work for follower emotes, right? Or did they fix that? I don't know, but I think you can't, which is unfortunate. They should fix that. The sidebar caps out so I can't see the bottom. What? It works for me. I sort high to low and watch, let's say, low chat rate streams because I like to interact with the stream. Like this chat right here. No one's even here chatting. What if they showed messages per second? What if instead of showing viewer count, they showed messages per second? Messages per minute. And you could use that to decide if you want to watch. It make more sense now with the guest star. This is something that would be fixed over user voices bringing it up again. But they don't pay attention to user voice, right? Isn't it like all of the popular, most upvoted user suggestions are just like, please undo the app or whatever? just revert the app upgrades, please. And there's so many of those topics that they started consolidating them, merging the topics. They do pay attention to user voice? Well, I don't know. I've never used it. So is it even real? I guess the interface could get really clogged if it includes emotes from the 300 channels you follow. The interface from what? The Discord integration? Also, you know one thing that bothers me about Discord? They used to have, so like if you don't have Discord Nitro, but you are subscribed to a channel on Twitch, it'll gray out the emotes, which makes it easy to see what emotes you actually can use. I think recently they stopped doing that. Instead they put a lock icon, but they don't gray out the emote. So it's like, it's really hard to tell what you can and can't use. So you're like, okay, which emote can I use? Okay, they're all like colored. They all have The lock icon, that's like, oh man, I have to be like, okay, this one doesn't have the lock icon, I can use this one. They're just trying to push everyone to use Discord Nitro. It's not for me. I refuse to pay money to use emotes. Except on Twitch. I guess on Twitch it's fine. Because I actually use Twitch. Like for emotes on Twitch. But they already have that? Emotes. Twitch emote interface is clogged. It is kind of hard to find what emote you wanna use. They still dim the emote? Not for me. Last time I tried using the app, I don't think they dimmed them. Is this an iOS thing? Maybe it is. Showing unusable emotes kind of useless. Maybe if they didn't make Nitro more expensive. Isn't Nitro kind of cheap now though? They have like a $2.99 tier, right? If you only want it for emotes, you could get that one. Like objectively speaking, it's not that expensive, but like I don't want to pay for it because I don't really even use Discord that often. I don't think it's worth it. But I am using Twitch a lot, so like subscribing to a user, it's like, oh, that's nice. It's bad on mobile since there's no search function. Wait, really? Is that? Oh, yeah, that's probably why it's hard to use for me. I have an emote section called Celebrate K-pop. I have that as well. On Twitch, at least it helps the people you like to watch. Oh yeah, paying for a subscription is true. I should be fishing. I should be out here fishing. And yet I was sitting here not even fishing. On Twitch Mobile. Oh, I guess because like I never used the Twitch Mobile app, so I don't know. I don't know how bad it is. Twitch should get their act together. Just allow the Unicode emote blog as nice images. Just allow the Unicode emote blog as nice images? What? What do you mean? Like just render Unicode emotes nicely? Instead of using the system default? I don't know. Let's see, I can annoy my IRL friends with funny VTuber emotes. Do they appreciate them? The reason I haven't looked at the Twitch Unleashed or whatever, they don't explain if it benefits the people I view at all. Do they still get the ad revenue? Oh, you mean Twitch Turbo? They do pay the people you watch some percentage. So yes, Twitch Turbo does benefit the streamer. I have it. I pay for Twitch Turbo. Even after they increase the prices. Because like I feel like I watch enough streamers on Twitch that not seeing ads on like those streams is worth it for me. Because like I think if you watch more than like 3 streamers, Twitch Turbo is like, it's like that price. Up, your message has been deleted because I started banning links. Unicode block, that's what you meant. No, I know. You said the wrong word. You said Unicode blog, but you meant block. I have ad blockers disabled on Twitch and don't even see ads. I guess no one buys them. They definitely have ads. What even is Hyperscape? Why do I have a dozen emotes for it? It was a game that existed. It's a game that probably no one remembers. And also their emotes kind of sucked on Twitch. A lot of people swear by that Seribot thing. Yes. Many people do use that thing. I guess I could. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. It's probably fine. Like I already have a bot in the chat. Stream Elements is already here. Why should I get a second bot? I feel like Stream Elements should allow you to block links from non-followers. Like, that's what I want, but they don't have that. Why not? Is it that hard to add? Is it just that no one thought to suggest it? Maybe I should suggest it. I don't even know where to recommend features. Or if they would even listen to me. Do streamers get any bonus for people watching them with Twitch Turbo? Yeah, they get paid some money. It's kind of like how YouTube Premium works. Like, if you pay for YouTube Premium, some of the money that would have been ad revenue for them gets paid based on like what percentage you watch. Like, let's say you only watch one person on YouTube and you pay for YouTube Premium. Then whatever percentage of your YouTube Premium subscription is related to paying the channels you watch, they get all of that. It's a similar thing for Twitch. It's like, I think it's based on how much you watch. Bots would just follow you then, would they? I don't mind, whatever. They get banned eventually anyway. And they should have, I don't know. Because like, I feel like most of the spam bots do not follow you. Where to recommend features? Twitch.uservoice.com. No, I don't. I mean on Stream Elements. I know user voice on Twitch is a thing. But I'm specifically talking about Stream Elements chat filtering. YouTube Premium feels too expensive, probably because it has music. It is kind of expensive, right? They also increased the price like in the past year. It used to be... What was it? It used to be like $11.99, now it's like $12.99. Everything's getting expensive. And what can you really do? I still pay for it though, because like, I think it's worth it. I hate seeing ads now. Whenever I see an ad, I'm like, man, frick, I paid for no ads. It takes up so much time. I feel like my time is so valuable. You gotta consider, you know, all the time you saved not watching ads. And you're like, Wolfie, you can just use uBlock Origin. It'll block all the ads. It does, but like, only on desktop. You know, you can't really use it on the phone. And I feel like I often watch videos on my phone. That's like the most common place I'm watching YouTube. You're like, but Wolfie, you can use I don't know, YouTube Advanced or whatever. I can't, I don't have that. I just use the 8 ads in a row as bathroom snack break. Imagine having ads. Every second watching ads is a second you can't watch a stream. It's true. I actually have Firefox Mobile, but it's kind of weird with hardware acceleration. I feel like many things are. A lot of things. Sometimes you turn hardware acceleration off and it's like, is good. It looks fine. Time is valuable to us. Time is so valuable, you know? This is why you should be watching videos at 2x speed. Everyone's like, oh, but you can't enjoy the content if it's at 2x speed. Wolfie, it's so weird to watch videos at 2x speed. How do you enjoy anything? It's just how it is. I've probably saved months of my life. Anyway, check this out, everyone. You seeing this right now? Hold on, let me make sure I'm not buffering my stream. Okay, my stream is not red. Okay, check this out. Oh man. Look at all that. Look at all that money. Wasn't that so cool? Many fish were launched back into the lake. Classic. It's literally valuable to them because they get money from making you watch ads. Exactly. I heard that companies get paid more for ads than they do for paying users. Did you know that? Did you know that people that do not pay for YouTube are actually actually make YouTube more money? This is generally true for a lot of things. Like, I think Spotify as well. Since Spotify, most of Spotify's users are paid users, their ads are less valuable. And so I don't know, something like that. Yeah, the fish launch, so cool, right? Anyway, I think it's time to enter night mode. To put this thing on. Oh no, I switched over right as the fish was biting. Okay, I'm gonna go back into daytime mode, because if you switch to night mode while a fish is on the line, it glitches out. And the question is, where is that where's that thing? Where is that mask? I have to go back. Okay, back to daytime mode. Okay, we'll catch this fish and then go back to nighttime mode. World-breaking fish. Can't believe this. Oh, what the? It just gave up. This fish simply just gave up. You think this will be 2 fish? There are times when I just catch 2 fish. 2 fish just on the line at the same time. Alright. Go back to nighttime. Anyway, what else is going on out there? Anything else of interest? It's worth talking about. Recent events. Okay, we got Twitch. We got... I don't even know. What do I have in my notes? What have I taken notes on? Recent events. Let me open up Logseek. Twitch increasing price of subs. Talked about that. Weather was nice. I talked about that. Talked about work. I talked about balloons. Talked about the knock functionality. I talked about that's pretty much it. That's all I had. Oh, did you see the new Nintendo museum? That's some news. Nintendo's opening a museum in Kyoto. Got the history of Nintendo. They've got games. They've got interactive activities. You got a giant controllers you can play on. A giant Wiimote. Have you seen this? The giant Wiimote? That's a thing. Isn't that cool that Nintendo has history? That they now have a museum you can go to. Can learn about Nintendo. I'm going to Kyoto next month. I don't know. I don't think it's open. Wait, when is it opening? I think it's open like later this year. It might not be open by the time you're there. Watch half of Miyamoto's. Only half of it. You didn't watch the whole thing. See, if you were watching at 2x speed, you could have watched the whole thing. I watched the whole thing at 2x speed. And I retained all of that information. The giant 3DS. It seems cool though. I don't know if I will go, but if I'm ever in Kyoto, I will perhaps check it out. And you can too, assuming you go there when it's open. Anyway, what else is happening out there? Any other cool news to share? Stocks See those stocks? Are stocks going up? I see that they're using the fancy expensive directional speakers for exhibits, so you only hear the games you're standing in front of walking past. Yeah, I saw that. I thought that was cool. Is that used in like a lot of places? I feel like I haven't experienced that often. It's gotta be for like specialized things, right? Have you ever seen that video of like someone who has one of those very directional speakers just like playing music at one person and then watching them get freaked out that no one else could hear it? It's actually a form of torture. Do you know that? If you just like have directional audio playing directly at one person, it could mess with your brain or something. I saw Linus Tech Guy have a recent video on them. Directional speakers. Well, well, well. What did that guy do? Wasn't Linus Tech Tips canceled recently for something? Everyone's forgotten. It's a bunch of stuff. Remember seeing about them on 60 Minutes years ago and going, oh, at the directional speakers? This was an existential fear for years of my life. I would be afraid to pick up the telephone. I remember the workspace thing. What was the existential fear? Like that someone would point a directional audio thing directly at you? To make you think you're going crazy. There's many forms of torture out there. People out there just suffering. Isn't Mr. Beast also like getting into some issues? It's like I wasn't following the news, but like something about Mr. Beast, his employees or whatever. If someone would play audio through the telephone, that would make me go crazy. It does happen. Someone could be playing like high frequency hums or low frequency and you couldn't hear it. Actually, the same thing for like infrared light. Isn't it kind of scary that infrared light exists and like someone could be shining infrared lights directly into your eyes and you would not blink? You would not even notice. It could be, it's literally killing your eyes. But since your eyes can't react to it, you're just like, it's just normal. It's messed up. I think when I was very young, some parental figure told me the KGB would play sounds on the telephone that would make your head explode. I was deathly afraid of that. Is that real? Could that happen? For real? But the infrared thing is definitely real though. Someone could just fire like very high intensity infrared light into your eyes and you would not know. Do you know your phone does that? Phones that have not high intensity, but phones are constantly like shining lights at your face to detect whether you're looking at it. It's wacky. Not unless you had sound activated bomb in your ear. But like what if they just play like, cause like doesn't hearing damage happen when you play sound at like high volume? But then like if it's a really high pitched thing that you can't hear, does that still harm your ear? Wouldn't the vibrations still cause damage to your hearing system or whatever? I don't know. But yeah, people that have iPhones, now iPhones have Face ID. Do you know that your iPhone camera, or the front-facing thing on an iPhone, is constantly shining infrared lights on your face to detect whether you're looking at it? It's like, man. It's like, I imagine it's probably not that good for you. to just constantly have light shining. But like also, I don't know, maybe it's not an issue. It's probably fine. They've probably done extensive studies. And they're like, it's actually not that bad. It's like, you know, you gotta have it, have the lights on for 40 years for it to have any noticeable effect. Or whatever. Theoretically, the high frequencies and low frequencies would get filtered out of existence to conserve bandwidth on the phone. I don't know about that. Is that true? But what if your speakers are good quality? They do say looking at your phone before sleeping is bad, but in terms of infrared, I doubt it matters. But what if it does? Well, also, it's like red though. Red is fine. It's the blue light that bothers you, right? The blue light filter. It's about the line. What line? Northern line? Anyway, check this out. Nighttime fish launching. Whee. That's great. I love that. That's good content right there. Launching fish. It's great. Welcome, Essie. Point to you as well. Let me Google. What are you Googling? The line? Spec Ops the line. Yo, do you see that fish launch? Do you think people are out there launching fish into the lake? Anyone doing that? Anyone launched a fish recently? Has anyone eaten fish recently? I feel like I haven't eaten fish that much. When was the last time I even had fish? I don't even know. It's probably been a while. Welcome, Alchchakar. Has anyone had sushi recently? It's been so long. The fish gotta get in the water, so they were born in the water. It's just how they are. Do this fish transport tunnels they use to transport fish upstream count? For launching fish? I guess that does count. Smoked salmon. Haven't had that in so long. I've never had Lox bagel. Lox is like smoked salmon or something. Never had it. Everyone said it's good. I've never had it. It's probably expensive, right? Fish does tend to be kind of expensive. Compared to chicken, at least. Had grocery store sushi a week or two ago. It was okay. Was it salmon? Was it all the varieties? Salmon, tuna? Had the only two varieties. What other varieties are? Egg? Telephones have been using a limited frequency range of 300 Hz to 3.4 kHz for over 100 years. When the frequency spectrum of the human voice ranges 50 to 8, speech remains quite intelligible, transmitted at the very limited bandwidth. Yeah, but that's like phones. I mean, like, I don't know. Yeah, it's too expensive. They stock fish in water all the time here. I wouldn't eat them though. They're nasty. They gotta wash them, obviously. Salmon, tuna, California roll. California roll's pretty good. Do you know that sometimes for phone calls, they just add noise to the call? Like, they've had the option to have very high quality audio on voice calls for a long time now, but then it's like people think it's weird, so they had to artificially add noise. Were you aware of this? Like, when there's too much silence on the line, people get unsettled. They're like, what the heck is this? They gotta add white noise so people don't freak out. It's interesting how people have to have white noise added to preserve their sanity. Now that I look at it, salmon cannons are apparently a thing. Looks like fun for the fish. The salmon launcher. Slammin' salmon. Yo, welcome, Twilly. Thank you for the raid. I will shout you out right now. Raiders. Welcome, Paint2D. Welcome, Twilly. Shout out, Twilly. Hold on, let me guess what you were doing. You could have been doing Ark. You could have been doing League of Legends. You could have been doing Supermarket Simulator. I don't know. You're doing retro. Pokemon Emerald Rogue 2.0. Is that retro? Rogue 2.0? What is that? Would you count Pokemon Emerald as retro? I guess, right? I don't know. What is the definition of retro? It's a ROM hack. I hope you had a good time. What is everyone's cutoff for retro? Like, I feel like PlayStation 1 is definitely retro. PlayStation 2, I would count that as retro. I think as soon as you hit PlayStation 3, I'm like, that's not retro. PS2, yeah, I think so. Emerald came out 30 years ago. It's weird because, like, did the Game Boy Advance exist when the PS2... Wait, was the Game Boy Advance out at the same time that PS2 was? Because, like, I don't consider Game Boy Advance retro. But, like, I think it existed at the same time as PS2, and yet I consider PS2 retro. I would say 3DS is retro. I would not say that. 3DS, that's... It was like 10 years ago, right? That's not retro. PS2 kept getting ports for a while. Consider PS2 retro, but not GameCube. Yeah, also, yeah, I don't consider GameCube retro for some reason. Why is that? GBA was contemporary with the GameCube and PS2. Yeah, like, I don't consider GBA to be retro for some reason. I don't know why. Welcome, Shirokaze Kaide. I don't consider GBA, GameCube, PS2, Xbox, or later to be retro. Xbox. I feel like I would consider Xbox to be retro. Halo, the original Halo? Wait, no, would I consider Xbox to be retro? It's weird because, like, I feel like Halo could be considered retro. However, the original Idolmaster, which also came out on Xbox, I don't consider that retro. Why is that? That's the only two Xbox games I can think of. When I think of Xbox games, I think of Idolmaster and I think of Halo. And that's it. I don't remember anything else. Let's see, I don't think PlayStation is retro, even though it was the same as the N64. I consider it retro. What about PC games? What is the retro cutoff? I consider Half-Life retro. But also, I don't know. Warcraft is retro? The original Warcraft? I'm not sure. I don't know. Welcome, Calfriend. Original Idolmaster probably released in 2007. But when did Halo come out? Was that also 2007? 2007. What if I said 2007? I'm old and consider things as new as the PS3 to be retro. Do you consider Heavy Rain to be retro? Because when I think of PS3, that's the game that I think of. Oh, Halo is 2001. I see. I don't know. Halo is Xbox release game. 2007 we had... Oh wait, was Idolmaster not on the original Xbox? It was on the 360. I don't know. 2007. Released on Namco System 246 arcade system and the 360. I see. I understand. When you think of... Okay, hold on. Here's a question. If you were asked to name one game per console, like when you think of the N64. Like, if you were to name the game that you think of when you think of that console, for N64, I would say Mario 64 is the game. When I think of GameCube, I think of either Smash Bros. Or Mario Sunshine. Also, Welcome Nanodan. Oh, GoldenEye, also that's a classic. When I think of PS3, for whatever reason, I think of Heavy Rain. I don't know why. This is what I think of by default. Super Mario 64. I feel like most people would name Super Mario 64. I guess that's the Nintendo 64 game. Majora's Mask. It's also true. Ocarina of Time, Smash Melee, Metroid Prime, Final Fantasy 13. I don't remember. I feel like no one talks about Final Fantasy 13. You never hear about that game. Ocarina of Time or GoldenEye. GameCube, I first think of Kirby's Air Ride. That was a good game though. Can't think of a PS3 game aside from Metal Gear Solid 4. Maybe. Okay, other consoles. When I think of Xbox, obviously gotta have Halo. But then like Xbox 360, I don't know. I don't think I can think of any like Xbox 360 games. I can't think of Xbox games in general. I don't even know Xbox. I still don't know what comes after. But it's like Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One. And then after that, I don't know. Xbox Series X, is that the current one or is that the previous one? Xbox Series X, is that the recent one? You think of FIFA? I guess that would make sense. Xbox is kind of like the normie console, right? Madden, people probably think of Madden. Worst console names. Forza is the only Xbox exclusive. What's wrong with Xbox, man? Why did they do that? For PS3, I think of Infamous first, since most other PS3 games got ported. Oh, for PS4, I think of wait, Bloodborne was PS4? Was Bloodborne PS3 or 4? Welcome Incognito. This is my first console. It's probably the Game Boy Pocket. Or the original Game Boy. Back in the day. There was Sun something Overdrive 4. Okay, Bloodborne was PS4. Yeah, so when I think of PS4 games, I think of Bloodborne. In my brain, Xbox is the sports games console. I think that makes sense. They got FIFA, they got racing games, they got Madden. Gotta have Madden. Xbox is a cheap gaming PC for people that can't afford or understand PCs. Yeah, it's like all Xbox games are available on PC, right? Because it's like it's Microsoft. Original Game Boy was my first one as well. I only ever had 2 games, Kirby's Dream Land and Tetris. I had a lot of games. A lot of Game Boy games back then. I remember my memory of games is that my cousin had a Game Boy Color, and he had Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, which is the one that had Super Mario Bros. 1 on it. And my uncle was like really good at that game. Or you would just watch him play it. Like, how does he do it? How does he beat the whole game? He's not even really a gamer. That's like the only game he ever played. He's always out there doing the Mario. He's an expert. He knew the pattern for the last level, Bowser's Maze. Remember that one? You have to go like up, you gotta go down, you gotta go in the middle. Everything. GBA's Minish Cap. Hold on, what game do I think of for Game Boy Advance? Okay, when I think of Game Boy, hold on, when I think of Game Boy games, The game that I associate with the Game Boy / Game Boy Pocket is probably the original Mario Land 1. That's what I think of. And then for Game Boy Color, I think of... I don't know why, but for me, when I played Game Boy Color, the games that I played the most probably was Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And then for Game Boy Advance, the game that I think of the most, I actually don't know. The first game that comes to mind for me is probably that remake they did of Super Mario Bros. 2. That's what I think of. PSP is Monster Hunter. That one makes sense. NES Mario Bros. True. Xbox nowadays is pretty much a Windows PC. I know this because I own a Series S. You can even run and develop games for it for free. Is Series S the newest one? Or is that X? Fire Emblem 7. Which one was that? I have no real associations with Game Boy and Game Boy Color somehow. Yeah, Oracle, you know, if they ever, if they remake Oracle of Seasons and Ages, I'd probably buy that. I don't know. Like the same way that they did Link's Awakening. If they did that for Oracle games, that'd be fun. I'd play those. With the annoying voices. Wait, for what? For which one? The Series S is the cheaper Series X. That's so confusing. Then what was before? What was after Xbox One? It's like... Oh, it was... Okay, Xbox One was before... Was that before the current generation? I don't even know. Fire Emblem 7 was the first one they localized for North America. They just called it Fire Emblem. I see. Just the default Fire Emblem. Yeah, I didn't realize they were the same generation. I thought they were different generations. That's so confusing. Why would they do that? For me, there are two era of Game Boy games before and after Pokemon. Pokemon, also a classic. It's a good game. Both of them came out in 2020 after the one. I see. So it's like Xbox 360, Xbox One, and then Xbox Series S or X. Either. They're both the same thing. It's from back when they were doing the standard and pro versions of consoles. That's so confusing. Why would they... Why? Wouldn't it be funny if they named the next Xbox just like numbers? Like the correct number. Kind of like PlayStation. What is it? It would be the Xbox 5, right? Xbox One... No, that's confusing. The first Xbox is Xbox. The second Xbox is Xbox 3. The third Xbox is Xbox One. The fourth Xbox Series S or X. They should name the next one Xbox 5. And then just go from there. Just Xbox 6. Xbox 7. And then eventually they'll get to 360 and they'll have to call that something else. They gotta be like, oh man, we're up to the 360th version. We can't call it. Yeah, I was also thinking of that. Is that they are like a generation behind PlayStation. But that's fine. The Xbox 1080. What about the Xbox 720? What if they just skip numbers? Microsoft has done that. They skipped Windows 8. Sorry, they skipped Windows 9. They should just name the next one Xbox 6. They can do it. It's totally fine. Xbox 2025. But yeah, what if they just call it the Xbox again? No, they should call it the Xbox. It's like how, you know, like a lot of companies, I guess like Xbox has had bad naming, Nintendo has had bad naming, because like, you know, we got that new Nintendo 3DS, we got the Wii U, which was a disaster. Sony's the only one that did it right. They just get numbers. You just increment the number by 1 every time. The Super Xbox, no, just the Xbox, the new Xbox. I could be wrong, but I feel like this is the last Xbox gen. Why? Why would they stop making Xboxes? Surely graphics will get better. No, but I guess there are diminishing returns, right? Because it's like, graphics can't get that much better than they are now. Like, they're already really good, you know? It's not like, you know, we who grew up with the older consoles, we got to see, like, you know, low poly stuff, you got Legend of Zelda, and then, like, nowadays, graphics are so good, you can't even improve on it that much. Kids these days, they're so used to just seeing high quality graphics, they will never experience the truly groundbreaking improvement in rendering technology. They will never understand. PS5 has no games. So true. I saw a tweet that nowadays kids who didn't grow up with the PlayStation 2, they just see the PS5 has no games meme, and they think all PlayStation consoles have never had games. There was a guy who was like, you know, PS2 has no games, and everyone was like, these kids are so dumb. PS2 had the most games. They've been gaslit into thinking that PlayStation in general just has nothing. It does in fact have many games. Not anymore though. They just don't seem to be super invested in it, as Microsoft tries to focus on game development rather than game hardware suppliers. Yeah, but then like people gotta like have something to play the games on. Anyway, I'm gonna hydrate. I'm gonna go drink some water. Also, my my stream is red. I've dropped many frames. I don't know like how delayed the stream is. I'm gonna hydrate. Alright, I've hydrated. Xbox is third in a one company market. What? Realistic graphics are so soulless though. It is true. I feel like even though my computer probably can handle like good graphic settings, like when I play games, I usually just do medium settings because it's like it's better for the GPU. And it's like, it's fine. I don't even notice that it looks bad. Like, I had a friend, or a coworker who's been playing Elden Ring, and he was like, yeah, it's a good game. I wish the graphics were better, though. And I was like, what? The graphics are, like, pretty good. What are you talking about? He's like, I don't know. Like, some places it didn't look that good. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't notice that. It looks perfectly fine to me. It's like, are you playing on low settings or something? And he's like, no, I'm playing on, like, ultra settings. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't look good? It looks so good. I don't know. People nowadays, they just have weird expectations for graphics. Anyway, watching Handful play through Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 made me realize we'll never see that kind of jump ever again. Right? It's like people are so used to seeing high quality graphics. I remember specifically, I've mentioned this many times, but I was like, I remember when the PS3 came out and Heavy Rain, I watched someone play that and I was like, man, yo, what the heck? Heavy Rain graphics look so good. It's like so realistic. I can't imagine graphics getting better than this. And nowadays you look at Heavy Rain and you're like, this did not age well. This does not look that good. But when it came out, it was so good. And it's like, you know, people, when Super Mario 64 first came out, you know, they were like, holy frick, what, the Mario is like, he's like real? This is so realistic, man. It's like he's literally here. And now we look at it and we're like, that's not real. That looks so bad. Anyway, nowadays everyone's too used to graphics. Have you ever actually used a floppy disk? I remember my dad having them lying around, but I don't remember actually using one. I have definitely used floppy disks before. I had them at home. I forget what, we probably put like documents on them, Word docs. I remember one time I took like there's like this like Saturday program where you could learn web development for children. Just like they would teach you how to like save images from the internet, manually type out HTML, just open it in your browser. They had they had us put those on floppy disks. I think when I was in school they had us put stuff on floppy disks as well. Anyway, yeah, see, I would rather have low quality and not have my fan spinning at max speed. Right? So true. It's too hot in my room to care about graphics. It's like you gotta consider the hardware. The Heavy Rain. Look at that rain. That rain is so realistic and heavy. How is that rain so heavy? High res, high poly count doesn't mean it looks good anyway. I think Elden Ring looks boring. A lot of games like it look ugly. Even though it's high res, high poly, doesn't have to have photorealistic textures. I think Elden Ring was very pretty. Some areas in that game. Altus Plateau, one of the best looking areas in any game. Caelid though, Caelid sucks. I don't want to see that place ever again. But other places, it's pretty good. The big tree in the background, big old golden tree, that's good. Realistic graphics don't tend to age well because of the definition of realistic changes. Yeah, it's like how, I remember when Wind Waker first came out. And it's like, it's very divisive. People are like, what the heck, this cel-shaded style? Why can't they go back to the freaking Ocarina of Time style? That was so realistic. It looks so good. But now you look at it and you're like, yeah, Wind Waker definitely aged very well. Compare that, because it's so stylized. It, you know, it doesn't even look that bad. It actually looks really good. But then you look at like Skyward Sword and you're like, those graphics do not look that good nowadays. Wind Waker, it holds up. It's a good choice. It's a classic, the classic of all time. I personally don't mind low graphics. I played on old Android devices and other online stuff on PCs. I used to play Left 4 Dead on like the lowest quality settings, and my graphics card could still not handle it. Remember that? Remember back in the day, I played TF2 on the lowest quality settings. I would even on lowest quality settings, I could not play TF2. I had to specifically download like some mod that would make your textures even worse, and then I could run TF2. It's like that. Those were the times. Remember that? Classic. But nowadays, PCs, they can generally run things pretty well. Good times. I got a box of floppy disks from the web along with an old IBM workstation from 2003. How is that? I was looking at buying a floppy disk drive recently since I bought an anniversary edition of a game that came with a floppy disk. Want to see what's on it. Well, surely people have archived it, right? Surely there's people out there. Whatever that game was, it's online. Is 20XX we don't have to use Notepad to code anymore? But you could. You could use Notepad. Not even Notepad++, just regular Notepad. Good times. IMO Elden Ring has an art style, so it will survive the realistic definition. How would you describe the art style? What even? It's not the same. Physical media feels more real. But it's like, if you just want to see what's on the floppy disk, just see what someone else had. I don't know, I've had times where like I would go to Japan, I would like I would buy the physical CD. CDs, got them. I did in fact get them. I went to Japan and I was like, CDs, got them, and then I got them and I brought them home. And rather than opening them, I just downloaded them from online. Because I'm like, I have the CD. I don't need to like open up the CD, like get a CD drive reader thing, plug it in, rip all the things, manually tag all the song titles. No, I'm just gonna download them, and they're all like pre-tagged with like the correct names and all that. And they're still there. I can legally do it, right? Presumably, because I have the actual CD. I still rip all. Do you buy CDs? Like what's the last CD you bought? Actually, everyone, what is the last CD you bought? People out there still buying things on CD nowadays. People are out there buying things on vinyl. People that don't even have like a vinyl record player. They're just like, I like having this thing. I think there are also musicians releasing things on cassette nowadays. Do you know that? Were you aware that the cassette is coming back in some ways? It's there. Sometimes deluxe editions of stuff have CDs included. Like what though? No one is answering. The last thing you bought on CD. The last thing I bought on CD was probably, yeah, like when I went to Japan. And I was looking specifically for the Aikatsu OST. I'd been listening to the Aikatsu OSTs like for a long time. And I was like, you know, I should have these, like, actually, physically. So I don't feel bad about downloading them. And then I went there, I looked around so many places. And I got all 4 volumes. And it was a good choice. Let's see, Namaya said, I've bought vinyl in the last year or so. I only do it for special stuff, and I have a few cassettes too. What's the most recent cassette tape? Remember the Walkman? The Walkman? Are they gonna bring that back? They probably have brought that back, right? They're probably still making CD players. I've been buying things on Blu-ray so I can rip them for my Plex. Been a while since the last CD though. The Pre-Para Season 2 OST, classic. So I like CDs because I can rip the audio, play my music and everything that can play music. Yeah, but you can do that with like the MP3 files. Remember MP3 players? Now everyone just plays music on their phone, but back in the day, you would have dedicated devices that only played music. And possibly video. The new Walkman or MP3 players, are they actually making new Walkman? FLAC. I don't understand the appeal of FLAC. I can't tell the difference. Can you tell the difference between FLAC and MP3? I can't. The last CDs I bought were The Count of Monte Cristo audio play. 2 months ago. That's so recent. Dang. Lemon Demon's View Monster digitally and on CD. There's a new version of the Walkman. I don't know if it can even play cassettes. Then what's the point? What are they even doing? An MP3 player 10 years ago. Peasant Ears Gang. Yeah, I can't tell the difference. Most people can't, but it's good for archival purposes. Yeah, but like, I'm fine with MP3. I'm totally fine. Never had the desire to listen to lossless audio. My headphones aren't even good enough for that. My ears aren't good enough for that. Never noticed the difference between max quality MP3 and FLAC. Not sure, but I can't tell crunchy audio from non-crunchy audio. I'm sure there's like a certain threshold that you can tell, but like, I feel like for the most part, I can't really tell. Probably like, if someone did like a social experiment that was just like, play some really low quality audio. See when people notice. They could do that. Actually, I feel like Spotify probably does that, right? They probably set the audio quality to auto by default, and they'll just serve like the lowest quality thing to people. Most people don't even notice. You can save bandwidth that way. Welcome Vanity. Why your PFP has glasses but your model don't? Are you an imposter? Yes. Yes. Very sus. I'm the crewmate. I mean, you could ask that about anyone that has glasses, right? Why do they not have glasses? You take off your glasses and suddenly you're like not the same person? I don't think so. Glasses are removable. That's how they're designed. I got a vintage hi-fi collection with ancient equipment to play my music on. It's kind of my hobby. Do you have very good speakers? See, I don't think I had a smartphone until my last year in college, so until then I had a standard dumb phone paired with an MP3 player. I had the same thing, except that was in... Wait, no, yeah, I finished high school. wait, when I finished college, I did not even have a smartphone. I only got a smartphone after I had my first job. I remember specifically, they were like... When I was like negotiating the initial salary, I asked for a certain amount, and they're like, "Oh, what do you even need that much? You're like right out of college. What are you gonna do? Like buy a new phone or something?" I'm like, "Have you seen my phone? I freaking have a. You think I am gonna buy a phone? I just have a. I still have a slide phone. I'm not just buying a new smartphone every year." Classic thing, smartphones. You can usually hear compression differences in really chaotic sounds like white noise, but good quality MP3, the difference is not noticeable. So true. The equipment is important. The jump from cassette to CD or record is 100% noticeable, but after that, it's kind of all the same. I think so. I agree. MP3, good. Did you know MP3 is proprietary? But everyone can use it though. Why? Like the codec? Do people have to pay to decode MP3? How does that work? What does it mean that MP3 is proprietary? Because like people can just save as that format, right? What is that? The Nokia. Wolfie does have glasses in the nerd emote, but they're different. Yes. They are so different. Got some nice 1980s braun speakers. I recall that OGG Vorbis is better in terms of quality and compression, but is not widely used. I see it used pretty often. I feel like when I see audio files, I see .ogg pretty often. Video games, etc. Motorola slide phone. No, it was a Sony Ericsson. Back in the day when all phones had proprietary chargers. I probably still have that phone lying around somewhere, but I don't think I have the charger. So I don't think I can use it ever again. Now, one of those black and white Nokia brick phones from around 2005 played Snake on it for hours. Classic phone. Back in the day, everyone would just play Snake. It was good. Everything. What did I say for everything? OGG. Everything is USB-C. It's good. That's how we should go. Hate having so many different types of connectors. My iPad's still on Lightning. My iPhone's still Lightning. But you know, the new iPhones, they're on USB-C now. And that's great. Sony Ericsson. MP3 is technically patented, but who actually owns it is in different countries is unclear. In the US it isn't patented. But like, what effect does it have that it is patented though? Like, pretty much all software can that can play music can play MP3s usually. So like, what's the deal? What's up with that? Remember WinRAR? WinRAR is like a proprietary. Remember when people used to actually send .rar files? That was wild. Remember when zip file extractors were not even installed on Windows by default? Now they are, but back in the day you had to like specifically download WinZip or something. You send someone a zip file and like they don't know how to open it. I remember specifically, this was so stupid. I was in when I was in college, there was like for like a software class, you have to like send your code to a professor. And I sent it as a zip file, and all my classmates, they just sent them as like individual files. They were like, I was like, why would you not just send them in a zip file? And they're like, I don't know if the professor understands zip files. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean he doesn't understand zip files? He's a freaking, he's like a software engineer teacher. Like, you think he doesn't understand zip files? But I guess like, I don't know, I guess we had Windows 7. It was like installed by default on Windows 7. He could have opened it. I don't know. Do you still get RAR files for what? What a zip file? I use 7Z. Well, surely you know, you're just pretending not to know what a zip file is. Because just because something superior exists does not mean the inferior version does not exist. What is zip? I use .tar.gz. I would shrimply use a tarball file on Linux. They forced Apple to use Type-C. They did. It's good. That wasn't even that long ago. Oh yeah, the zip file thing. Windows 7, right? Did Windows 7 have zip file extractors built in by default? Oh, that thing moving. So true. I remember using WinRAR on XP until I switched to Linux. Nowadays I pack everything in gzip tarball. I know. Snapper flat. No, isn't it Flatpak? Isn't that a very specialized format? I don't know. I'm out here still using zip files because, you know, people understand. They know what zip files are. You send someone a .7z file, they might not even have the thing installed for that. You send someone a .xz file and they're, remember the xzip, the xz vulnerability? Anyone out here using XZ? I think Windows has had Zip and Explorer for a while. Sometimes I even... Do you know that Vim can just open up zip files? I do that pretty often. Sometimes I'm just like, I wonder what's in this zip file. I just use Vim, I just open it, it lists all the file names. It's very cool. Very useful. There's XZ and LZMA. But why? People out here using different compression algorithms, I can't believe. I downloaded a guide to Vim. Why? What the? Send them a bin file? I don't know. MZ standard. Anyway, what else? What else is going on? What were we talking about before this? Why did I start talking about compression algorithms? Zip file, WinRAR. Oh, we were talking about CD and MP3s. Didn't know Vim can do. Well, now you know. Now you can open up your zip files with Vim. And very cool. Okay, we're gonna launch some more fish. Got 4 fish gonna be launched right now. Wow. That's great. Really great, really great quality of life. Great. Unix had .z. WinRAR supports it. Opus. When you accidentally type a Vim directory name instead of CD, yeah, CDs, got them. No, I feel like pretty often I type ls directory ls on a file when I meant to type less to view the contents of the file. Or sometimes I'll type less on a directory and then we'll be like, you can't do that, that's a directory. Did you mean ls? It doesn't actually say that, but I did mean ls. I did in fact do that. Did anyone use CPIOGZ RAM disks do that? I don't even know. It's too much for me to comprehend. CPIO, isn't that the gold guy from Star Wars? CPIO. It's raining. The nice sound of rain. Good old Wednesday, raining on the lake. Fishing. What more could you want? It's nothing. There's nothing else in this life. Only fishing. I don't know. The Olympics are over. What's the next big thing that everyone's gonna talk about? What's everyone gonna be united over? You know, no more Olympic memes. Everyone out there is done with the Olympics. It's nothing. There's nothing for the people to unite over. Everyone's just gonna go back to their own little circles. Back to school. Oh yeah, but it is gonna be back to school season, right? Very soon. I have seen when I'm walking back home, I see a lot of stores that are like back to school sale, buy your school supplies here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess summer is ending. Can you believe that? Literally next week, 2 weeks from now, it'll be September. And then you'll be like, what happened to summer? Literally passed by, like, so quick. And then it'll be September, and you'll be like, whoa, September. Can't wait to purchase subscriptions on Twitch to my favorite streamers at a discounted price, which is actually not as discounted as it used to be, but, you know, because they increased the prices of subs, so it's more expensive now. The heat will end. No, the heat will never. There will always be heat. The heat will not be as excessive. You're going to college in October, first day. Congrats. I hope it goes well. Do you remember the first night of September? You can purchase subs for $4.99. No, it's like it's only like 25% off. Didn't it used to be more? What was the usual discount for subs for September? Was it always 25%? I think it's like 30% if you buy 6 months. What even was the discount? Can't wait to pay $7 for a sub. It was 50% discount, right? That's what I mean. Why is it only 25% now? Twitch is losing money? Everyone will unite exactly 31 days from now. When they have... Oh, I should cancel some subs. Do you know that, I think if you have a subscription that expires... How does it go? Like, you can't do September if you have an active subscription. But I think if you cancel your sub and then some time has elapsed, then you can renew it even though you've already paid in advance. I don't know. Something. I'm gonna look through all my subscriptions, cancel all of them, and then manually renew them during September. You should do that. Did I draw my own? If you click on an emote, it will tell you who drew it. But yes, I did. I did draw my own emotes. All of them except for like 2 of them. The pixel ones from Karagi, I did not animate. I did not draw those. But you can click it. You can see who drew it. The credit is there. Do I do art streams? I do not do art streams. I used to. Haven't done an art stream in probably like... How long has it been? Like at least 6 months? Maybe a year? It's been a while. I don't know when the next one will be. At some point, maybe. Simply have Twitch give more emotes. Yeah, that's the reason why. Is that if Twitch gave me more emote slots, then I will buy... What I'll buy? What I will draw more emotes. Bomu Brain Puff, that was when? Brain Buff? Oh, that was my last art stream when I drew Pomu Brain Puff. Good old Pomu. What do you think Pomu is doing nowadays? Did you see that Mint Phantom posted an image of a nondescript elf plush who strongly resembles Pomu Rainpuff? I saw that. She's still dancing. She's in space. Dancing. Classic times. That Pomu Rain Puff, truly the GOAT. The GOAT of all time. Bomu? No, that's can't be Bomu. It's an elf. Pomu's not an elf. He's a fairy. I'm not versed in VTuber. What are some VTubers you're aware of? I've been recommended some clips recently of Korone and Botan from Hololive JP. They like went to Evo or something. They did like a tour in a van or something. That was cool. I only know the big ones from memes, but who are the big ones though? What is your perception of the big ones? Never watched any, but you're watching one right now. I'm literally a VTuber. Wait, then how did you find this stream? If you don't know VTubers, how do you find this stream? I feel like most people that find this stream are people that know VTubers. Gora, I know Gora. That's the shark VTuber. That's the shark that's blue. And she was at the Dodgers game. And she sang the song "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And then the Dodgers won. Easy, I clicked a pretty emote, then saw the channel it belonged to, and then followed. Who? Which channel were you watching that someone posted my emote? Catch and release category? No one. There's like 2 people that do that. No, it can't be Northern. No one uses my emotes in Northernlands chat. Do I have any memories of analog TV? Before the shutdown? I do remember analog TV. I do remember the shutdown. Crimson Blue. I have not heard of that person. Anyone here watch that stream and use my emotes in that chat? I don't know. Sometimes I see other people using emotes from channels that I'm subscribed to in a place that I would not expect. And I'm like, whoa, what the? Someone's using a Choco Jacks emote in some random stream. I often see people using Ellis emotes. I'm like, yo, an Ellis subscriber? I have that as well. Choco J, I can't. Choco J Dog. I used Choco J Insane Dog in a chat the other day. And you know, you don't typically see people respond to emotes, but someone was like, yo, that's a great emote. This streamer, you should have an emote similar to this one. I mean, I don't think the streamer saw it, but someone in chat was like, holy frick, Choco J Insane Dog. It's great. I love the emotion this conveys. Alice emotes are amazing. What, Alice Sawyer? I feel like Alice Sawyer has like a really good pointing emote. Of all the pointing emotes, it's gotta be like one of the best. You should have an emote similar to Choco J Insane Dog. Well, if Twitch would give me more emote slots, maybe. Choco J Dog in German's chat. It could happen. It could happen. Germa is out there. Did you see Vinny Vinesauce collabed with 3 VTubers the other day? I was just, you know, checking and I was like, what the heck? Vinny Vinesauce collabing with, well, you know, Lime Malicious because she's in the Vinesauce crew or whatever, but also Matara Khan and also, another person. Another person who I don't remember, but it was another VTuber. Who was it? Does anyone remember? Was anyone watching that? Literally pointing. Yeah, the pointing emote. Who's someone else? Someone else? Who was it? Who did Vinny Vinesauce collab with? I don't know. The gun emote. Who even is Vinny? Who even is Vincent Vinesauce? Some people may say Vinny Pizza Pasta. If that is his real name. I think that's his real name. I don't think that's his real name. I think he made that up. It was Vsauce. I used to think when people said Vsauce, I thought they were talking about Vinesauce. I didn't realize for a long time that they were two different people. I was like, oh yeah, Vsauce, I know that guy. That's the guy with the Vinesauce guy. It's not. It's a different man. It's a science guy. Just a guy who's like makes fun videos on YouTube. What is Vsauce? What even is Vsauce? Is it, are we Vsauce? Because he does say, hey Vsauce. Michael here. But is Michael not Vsauce? I thought he was Vsauce. But he's greeting us as if we're Vsauce? Maybe we were the Vsauce the whole time? It's too lewd to explain. Is there actually explanation here? What did he mean by this? Why would he name his channel this? Vinesauce? Video sauce? Because it is a video channel. It is YouTube. The channel of YouTube. Any YouTubers out here? Anyone watching YouTube? What is the best YouTube? Anyway, it's time to play Connections, everyone. It is near the end of the stream, so we must connect some words. We have to go on the New York Times website. Alright, what are today's connections? Balloon bar. I really wish they had a dark mode. Does anyone else agree with me? The fact that Connections is so bright. Balloon, bubble, bar, cake, fizz, tire. Tire is to become tired or a tire from a car. Sling, smear, punch, line, floaty, sour. You have a dark mode extension. They should have that by default. You failed today's Connections? Okay, let's see. Punch. Punch card. Balloon, cake, things you have at a birthday party. Punch, the drink known as punch. You might think it's like punching as in like the violent action of moving your hand into contact with another being or thing. I think it's punch as in the drink. And but what else? I don't know. Coat, basketball, fizz, drink, fizz, bubble. I don't know. A lemon sour. You know what? Bicycle can't stand on their own because they're too tired. So true. They do be too tired. Tricycles, though, they're three tired. Floaty. Bubble. Balloon. Things that are inflatable. Tire. What? Is a floaty not in a bubble? I guess a bubble. No, a bubble is inflatable. Balloon, floaty. Tire. not floaty. If it was not floaty, a basketball. You can inflate a basketball. Would that be instead of bubble? Yes. Things that are inflated. Things that are inflatable according to DeviantArt Sonic. That is true. Sling, cake. Cake pie. Things you can slice. Sling, fizz, plaster. You can slice plaster. Bubble. You can slice a bubble. Coat. Coat, smear, cake. Oh, and plaster. This is like to coat something with. To cover with a thick layer. Sling. Bubble. Punch. Bar. Bar of soap. A bar. The gun known as bar. To bubble. Bubble. Line. Could it be sour? Fizz. Fizz. Fizz buzz. Bar. Bar. Bar of soap. A line of soap. A punch of soap. A pie. A pie. 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 Bubble. Bubble. Fizz. Sling. I don't know, man. Does anyone know? Cocktails? Okay, there's no way I would have known that because I don't drink. Bar, fizz. Oh, bar? Punch is a drink. Sling and fizz. Okay, I did not know that. And a sour. Drinks. Cocktail. Okay, I would not have. I would not have gotten that. Bubble. Pie. Bar line. It's gotta be, oh, different types of charts. A pie chart, a bar chart, a line chart. I don't know what a bubble chart is. What is a bubble chart? Bubble chart? Oh, these things? Wait, oh, these things. I see. Alright, well that's connections. I don't think I would have gotten that without help. Let's do guess the game. In deluxe color, ridden crimes. I don't know what this is. I do not know. Oh, is this Warframe? There's no way, right? Wait, it's a fighting game. Warframe is not a fighting game. What is... Oh, this is, This is Infamous? Is it Infamous? What was it? Infamous? Or, wasn't there something else as, like, in something? Incognito? Infamous? No, it's not Infamous. What is it? Injustice. Is this Injustice 2? Among Us? Gods Among Us? It was in fact Injustice 2. Second image made me think it was Infamous. It's Injustice. I don't even know what Infamous is. Or Injustice. Gods Among Us. Okay, let's do, guess the game. Wait, no, let's do, what was it? Game Dome? Oh no, I did the wrong one. Gamedo Classic. This one has gotta be... something that I don't know. Something with blue lady. Something that ends with A. Mahjong handle? I don't want to do Mahjong handle. Is this Lufia 2? It's not. Is this La Mulana? No. It's like a G or a C. Illusion of Gaia? Illusion of Gaia? I don't think I've ever heard of this game. I have not seen this game. Gamedo artwork. I do not know. Why can I not skip? It will not allow me to skip. It also will not allow me to type. What's going on here, Gamedo? The website is broken. Let me refresh. I don't think I know this game. What is this? Does anyone know this game? Wait, this Metal Gear, is this freaking Metal Gear? I don't know which one. Does anyone know is this Metal Gear? Metal Gear Solid 2. Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2. Oh, there's so many of them. But which one? Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, Substance? Sons of Liberty. Yo, it was in fact MGS2. Also, thank you Polyglitch for the Prime subscription. Gamedo keywords. Funny amiibo angels nudity online? What? Amiibo with nudity online? That's impossible. You can't have nudity in a Nintendo game. Online? Funny? Amiibo angels nudity online? Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? Bayonetta. Bayonetta. Sequel versus Vienna Brawler sexualized. Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 2. Well, there we go. Smash Bros. Really... Smash Bros. Really did it, huh? You can just name Smash Bros. It'll tell you the series. That feels like cheating. Anyway, I guess that'll be it for today. It is that time again to end the stream. Who is out here streaming? But first, what day is it? Internet Self-Care Day. Senior Citizens Day, Report Upcoding Frog Day, Spumoni Day. A bunch of people's birthdays. Not many days today, huh? Not many things to choose from. Let's do National, I don't know. I don't know. Internet Self-Care Day. All these days are like not that interesting. Senior Citizens Day, Report Upcoding Fraud Day. What do we want to do? Internet Self-Care Day raid? Sure. Alright, who's streaming? Who's out there on the twitch.tv? Wait, did Twitch break my... Never mind. I thought Twitch broke my plugin. It works fine. Okay, who is out there? A lot of people playing Black Myth Wukong, the Monkey Souls game. Let's raid. I mean, KK Cyber's having special events. What event is it? Is it her birthday? Is it her birthday subathon? I mean, she's also doing fishing. We gotta raid into a fishing stream, right? Let's raid KK Cyber. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I will be back on Friday. Good old Picross and Stitch. For some reason, I always say Picross first, because I always forget the name of Stitch. So I'm always like, yeah, gotta have Picross and Stitch. It's really Stitch and Picross. Her birthday was yesterday. Okay, but you can't say happy birthday, because that was yesterday. That doesn't count. But yeah, she's also doing fishing. So if you wanted to watch a fishing stream, there you go. Fishing to fishing raid. Just sending you all into this lake. Oh, hold on, before I do that, let's launch. Oh wait, no, I thought I had more fish. I wanted to launch some more fish, but yeah. What are we saying? That right there. Internet self-care day. Did I say, was it internet self-care day? Oh yeah, it's internet it does make sense. We are on the internet. Alright, well the raid's gonna go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.